All right. Welcome back to the Morning Smoke. We are back from break. We are going to go into our next segment here. One that has been, pinpointed by our co-host, Mr. Mello Miller, the Shades of Excellence. And today we are going to talk about a favorite of mine. Thank you, co-host, for getting something that I know really well. We're going to talk about the Black Panther film. So if you have not seen it, you need to go do harm to yourself. No, I'm just joking. It is a great film. Probably, in my opinion, out of the Marvel films, it is in my top 3. Absolutely. It's almost one, but I really love the Infinity Wars and Endgame, so those are probably my 1 and 2. But Black Panther was a phenomenal film. It has some great stars in it. You got my boy Chadwick playing T'Challa. R.I.P. him. You got Michael B. Jordan. You got Lupita. You got a whole bunch of Angela Bassett was in this movie. Forrest Whitaker was in this movie. There's just so many people in this movie. And it's a great movie. Great movie. It definitely put some names. It put some black people on the map for sure. It put us as blacks on the map in the Marvel cinema. So I'm definitely excited about that. But if you haven't seen it, just a quick little plot. Basically it's based off of the superhero T'Challa, aka Black Panther. The movie starts out with T'Challa actually it starts out before that. It starts out with a backstory of T'Challa's dad going down to see his brother on Earth, and he found out that his brother was still a vibranium, which is a very, 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 very precious metal from Wakanda. He was selling it to arm dealers and things of that nature on Earth, and Big Brother called him out on him, and it ended up he ended up leaving his son on Earth, which we find out later in the movie that his son. His brother's son was actually none other than Killmonger, which is played by Michael B. Jordan. And he was actually a part of the throne, which we didn't know that until later in the movie. But it basically goes through that story of T'Challa, being a king and doing the right things to try to keep his kingdom safe. And, then it goes through the story of Killmonger, wanting to do his thing, and he was upset at Wakanda because he felt like he got left. The country didn't do nothing for him while he was on Earth, and things of that nature. So it's just a lot of back and forth plot in between that, and basically just T'Challa's story of him trying to do the right thing, not only for his country, but for the people on Earth as well too. So it's a great movie. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, please definitely go check it out. Love the movie. I could talk about this movie all day. I literally go out still saying Wakanda forever to random people because it's that type of movie. It's just iconic. So, but that's I wanted to start it off with that. What did you think about Black Panther?
Well, first I'm gonna say that Killmonger is probably I wish that he could have lived.
Yeah.
I wish that there was a way that they could have written that to live. But I do get it. I kind of get it. But Michael B. Jordan, that may be his best role. I'm not even gonna. He's played in a lot of things, but by the end, he made a villain really be likable.
Basically, yeah.
And I hadn't felt that bad when he died since Wallace on the Wire. which a lot of people don't know, that Michael B. Jordan early.
It was. Yeah.
And they took him into an abandoned house and had to take him out because they thought he was a snitch.
Mm-hmm.
And so I felt bad for that character. But Killmonger, I just loved him. Now I'm gonna put a little context on this movie, a little background, right?
Okay.
Just a box office. I'm gonna tell you how awesome. And I do want to respond. Not smoke. I don't mean no smoke. I don't mean no smoke for my co-host.
You do. Go ahead.
To say, if you hadn't seen this movie, who hadn't seen the movie, Finn?
I don't know. I'm just saying. If you haven't seen it,
seen the movie?
I don't know.
Look. If I'm talking to if I'm talking to the box office folks, and that don't take into account your bootleggers. You know who you are out there.
Some
Black.
people live in caves. Some people live in caves.
Look, there may be. You know what, Fitz? I did watch. I watched this documentary. It was about an uncontacted tribe in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was an uncontacted tribe off of an isolated island in India. Those 80 people didn't see it.
Wow. What about the Amish? The Amish don't have TVs.
But when they was riding by in those buggies, you understand? When they was riding by, they
Wow.
know what time they was.
Wow.
But anyway, little box office numbers, man. Black Panther, man, I'm talking about awesome stuff here. It is the highest grossing solo superhero film of all time. Now that says something.
Yeah.
That says something. It's the third highest grossing film of the MCU, period. Point blank, end of discussion.
Yep.
Now, what does that mean? You got to put that in context because 33 overall superhero movies have passed 33 movies have passed 1 billion. And if it has been the third highest, come on, man, what we doing?
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's the highest grossing film of a black director.
Yep.
So that's awesome. And this is where, man, I'm not putting no motivation on it. Look, I don't mean to be smoky, ABC, Disney, none of that. But why y'all couldn't let the Black Panther shine like you really should have, because in the same year you dropped Infinity War. So it made this record-breaking movie, Black Panther, only the second highest film of the entire 2018. Because they could, in my opinion, I don't know, man, but man, you couldn't wait.
I mean, there was a lot of anticipation for Infinity Wars too. So I remember that year because I was ready for both.
I'm saying it was a great year, but to let this historic
and it did shine.
It shined for look. It shined.
Black Panther came out in what, February of that year, and I think Infinity Wars came out towards the end. It had almost a whole year. I mean,
it came out around Christmas time.
Yeah.
What I would like to see them do is come out in January.
Wow.
But
2 months off. 2 months off. 2 months
I'm
off.
sorry.
No, 1 month off. Sorry.
I don't want no smoke, ABC. I'm not putting the racist under. Don't call me Scotty, people. Don't call me Scotty. I'm just saying that I wish that it could have got a little bit more time to shine. But it literally, from a number standpoint, blew everything out the water. You couldn't ask for more from a movie. Also, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Black Panther. We know that
I can see the smoke in you. Come on.
No. Look. We know Chadwick passed away.
Yes.
For future Black Panther movie, you want to see that role recast?
Absolutely not. Unless they go with Shuri. If they go with her, I'll be okay. But
that's not a recast. That's not a recast.
Right. You're right. That's what I'm saying. That'll be the only way I would say you can go with another Black. That's my point. That's the only way you go with another Black Panther. I don't want to see no reboots. I don't want to see no recast. None of that. Nah.
Well, it's not even controversial what you're saying, because there's other Black Panthers in history. It literally is in the lineage. So that part doesn't bother me for her to, and I hear that that's the direction they may be going.
Right.
But my concern is, you got a lot of time travel play. You got a lot of snaps that have happened.
I better not see him.
Can Killmonger come on back?
Nah. I mean, he can, but
I think that could pull it off.
He's not. He better not take Chadwick's spot. Now he could be his own Black Panther. Yeah, he can. Take over some, because technically he is in the bloodline. So I mean, hey, he take over. Whoop de whoop, come king, all that good stuff. That's cool. I'm good with that. but it better not be in replacing Chadwick. Chadwick played that role. There's I don't see any other person that could have played that role. Actually, I was reading about it, and I think I read somewhere. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Wesley Snipes was trying to play this role in 1992, but it fell through. It couldn't come through because
Good.
it was literally differences, and it was character differences. Like they could not find this. That's why they took so long even making this movie, because they couldn't find the right person. So literally, there's no other person I think could have played better than Chadwick. So that's why he needs to stay on his own pedestal.
I'm just asking because these questions are asked. So it is an online conversation that is taking place.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious your take on it.
Yeah.
And lastly, because we're running up against it. Lastly, something that I like when we talk movies and stuff, the culture. What quotes do we talk about from this movie that we still, we use in, periodically, that has become part of the culture? This is what I really love this segment, because that's the focus. I know, some, but what comes to mind for you?
So we got Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
We have that. If you're a musical type of person who likes to hear sounds and music, things of that nature, you got Umbabe. You got that.
Yeah.
And then if you like my wife, who randomly sings this, she'll be like Chichalalo. So you got her. So she's hitting that around. I think the very last one, which was really interesting when he said this at the end of the movie. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in the theater at AMC, and I was sitting up on the top, and Killmonger at the end, when he's passing away, and T'Challa takes him up to the top to let him oversee Wakanda, and he goes off, and I know I'm a butcher it, but he basically saying that I'd rather die with the ancestors or something of that nature, because death is more than sacrifice, or something of that nature, he says. And literally, when I say there was all kind of multicultural people in the AMC, blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians, literally everybody went deathly silent and started looking at us African Americans like they was looking at us for like validation or something. I was like, yeah, you know what he said. I ain't got to validate nothing. You know what he said.
Yeah.
So I think that was a catchy one too. So,
for me, you got what's up, Auntie?
Yup.
It's Challenge Day.
It's Challenge Day. Yes.
As a gamer, we know what time it is with that.
Yep.
And I don't mean to butcher this either, but was it in this movie or maybe Civil War in which they was trying to bow to me? We don't do that here.
Yeah. That was in Civil War, but it's still iconic. It's still iconic. Yep. It was Black Panther. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, man, just real fun.
No, it wasn't in Civil War. No, it wasn't in Civil War. No, it wasn't in Civil War. It was. I think it was in Civil War.
Okay. Well, you know what? This is just another segment, Shades of Excellence. We appreciate you sticking with us. And there's more to come next week. Just a sneak preview next week. We'll be interviewing a black entrepreneur, started from the bottom and now they here type situation. And that is Shades of Excellence that we also going to highlight here. So I'm really looking forward to next week. So stay tuned on that. You got anything before we go off the break?
No, just if you haven't seen it, I'm going to say it again. Go watch it. I don't care if you don't watch any other Marvel movie. You watch that one. That's the one you watch.
Yes. It's awesome. All right. Well, we're going to go to break and stay tuned with us. We'll be right back.
Peace.